Don't want to drop $700 on the new Nintendo Switch 2 and the Mario Kart World bundle? Let me show you why Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the original Switch is still one of the best games for introducing your kids to gaming. Welcome to Buddy Up Gaming. Hey everyone, Marvin here. In this video, I'm sharing 3 tips to help your kids get into Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It may not be the newest entry in the series, but thanks to all the updates Nintendo's packed in, new characters, courses, and quality of life features, it's absolutely perfect for little gamers who are just starting out. The controls are simple, the action is fun, and whether they're winning races or slinging red shells, your kids will be hooked in no time. Step 1 happens before the race even starts, right at the kart selection screen. When you're picking a kart, wheels, and glider, hit the plus or minus button to open a hidden settings menu. In here, you'll find 2 features that can make a huge difference for your kids. First up, there's a setting on the left side that's like a built-in safety net for your kiddo. This one keeps them from veering off the track. What does it do? Well, every time their kart starts to drift off course, it gives them a little push to guide them back towards the center. Think of it like training wheels for Mario Kart. This is perfect for beginners, because learning how to control the kart and navigate through turns can be real tricky. It's like using bumpers in a bowling alley. This setting makes mistakes way more forgiving, so kids can focus on having fun, not worrying about going off track. Even once your kids get the hang of things, I recommend leaving it on for a while. Only turn it off if they're craving a little extra challenge or want to explore tricky shortcuts that require going off track. Next, there's the option on the right side. It makes sure your kid's kart always accelerates, even when they're not pressing the gas button. It's a huge help because it takes away the need to constantly hold down the accelerator while also focusing on turns and picking up items. This is all about making racing less stressful and letting them focus on the fun part, racing around the track and using those power-ups. I absolutely recommend leaving this setting on, especially when they're just starting out. Setting up your first few races with these settings is often enough to get your kids through the learning curve of the game and into that zone where you can just play hours at a time without even noticing it. That was the case with my eldest child, but not so with my youngest. She really struggled with the ranking system. She became obsessed with where she was placed during a race and got frustrated every time she made a mistake and saw her position drop. After just 2 races, her frustration was so high that it killed all her motivation to keep playing. And I could see she wasn't having the same fun I had with my eldest. Now, I know there's value in letting kids face failure and build resilience, but let's be real. When you're short on time and want to keep the fun rolling, sometimes a little help goes a long way. So what did I do? I came up with what I like to call the enforcer strategy. What this involved was simple. I would hang back just 1 spot behind her in the race. Then, I'd arm up on items like red shells and bananas, and strategically take out any computer player who tried to pass her. By keeping the computer racers in check, I made sure that my youngest didn't get passed immediately whenever she made a mistake. This let her practice steering, boosting, and using items without the added stress of losing spots if she made a mistake. I know, it's not the most fair way to play, but hear me out, it worked. This strategy wasn't about winning for me, it was about making sure she could focus on building her skills without feeling defeated by her mistakes. And I only used this until she had mastered the basics, learned some of the easier tracks, and was confident enough to race without needing that extra help. Once she got there, it was game on, and she started enjoying it just like my eldest. So if you find yourself in a similar situation with your kids, this strategy could be a helpful way to keep the fun going while giving them the space to learn and grow. Plus, it's a great bonding experience for you both if you really lean into that enforcer persona. Once your kids have the basics down, you can kick things up a notch with a few creative challenges. Instead of just aiming for first place in every race, you can create some alternative objectives to make things more interesting. Specific tracks are perfect for practicing skills like drifting and tricks. For example, my eldest and I love racing around Excitebike Arena, where we focus on seeing how many tricks we can land off the ramps. It's a fun way to practice the mechanics while also having a blast. We also like playing Baby Park on 200cc, using only triple bananas as the items. Sure, it's a great way to practice drifting, but let's be honest, it's mostly about the chaos and laughs. So get creative with your racing goals and see who can come up with the wildest challenges. When you're ready to take a break from the traditional races, Battle Mode is the way to go. This mode gives you a chance to exercise those racing skills in a totally different way. Whether you're collecting the most coins in 5 minutes or playing a crazy game of cops and robbers, it's a fun alternative to regular racing. But a quick heads up, Battle Mode is a bit more intense. Since there are no handicap options like in regular races, it's best to wait until your kids have really mastered the basics before jumping into this mode. Trust me, it can be a bit much for beginners, but once they've got the hang of racing, it's a great way to switch things up and keep the fun going. I really hope these tips help you kickstart your kids' journey into the world of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It's such an incredible game with endless replayability, and the freedom to add your own twists and challenges really keeps things fresh. Whether you're racing through courses, taking down enemies in battle mode, or just having a good laugh over crazy moments, this is a game that can keep you and your kids coming back for more. Now I'd love to hear from you. How do you make Mario Kart more fun for your kids? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to know your strategies. And if you found this video helpful, please leave a like and don't forget to follow me at Buddy Up Gaming for more family-friendly gaming tips. Happy racing!